Gary. Hello!
Gary? Hello!
Welcome back to my brand new YouTube channel where I not only make a ton of Seinfeld references, I also tell you cool, snazzy stories of things that may or may not help you. Hopefully help you. And today I figured I'd tell you a couple of the stories of the ways that the tattoo industry has tried to screw me over, but didn't succeed. So a couple of these stories I told my mentor when I was doing my apprenticeship, and he was like,
whoa, if those things had happened to me, I definitely would not have tried still to pursue this career. I can't believe you still try to be a tattoo artist.
Here we are. Nevertheless, she persisted, eh? The first story wasn't too bad. It was when I was 18. I wanted to be a part of the tattoo industry, but I didn't think I was good enough to be an apprentice. So what I was doing is I was going around to every single tattoo shop in my city that I knew of. So I would walk in as me, having 2 tattoos at the time, saying,
"You guys need any help at the counter?"
Every single place basically laughed in my face and was like, that's what an apprentice is for. One specific place I went to, I won't say the name, and I won't say any of the names for any of these stories because one of the shops I went to was a chain. At the time, it was like a pretty big chain in Denver of tattoo shops that had these really funny commercials. Anyway, if you're from Denver, you probably know what I'm talking about. But I went into this shop and interviewed to be a shop girl, a counter girl, if you will. And the owner of this chain was notorious for being a little bit of a misogynist. So I interviewed and he basically told me that I wasn't hot enough for the position. That was pretty cool. Love to hear that when you're 18. There's another tattoo shop that hired me on, shook my hand. So I went back to my day job and I told them I needed to change my schedule. And my day job told me,
No, you're fired.
So here I am, lost my job, banking on this new counter girl job to at least help pay, for a fraction of my bills. I never hear back from the tattoo shop. Eventually call back and they tell me that, oh, sorry, the owner hired his nephew or something like that. So I was a little bit salty about that experience. Flash to I was 19 working at a pizza parlor, and a friend working on the other side of town who coincidentally also worked next to a pizza parlor told me that a couple of the workers at that pizza place were opening up a tattoo shop and that they needed apprentices. We got in contact. We met up at a very fancy meeting place in a fancy apartment building. They never asked to see my drawings. They never asked to see any sort of artistic credentials, but being so young and impressionable, I just thought,
Cool, this is a great opportunity.
at the time my partner was undocumented and they offered him a job. And they said, oh, you can be the shop manager. We'll sponsor you. We'll sponsor you. You'll get your papers and everything. And we're both like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, of course, why not? Right? Another red flag I should have seen is that the guy was pointing to this tattoo he had on his upper arm right here and said that he had done it himself. And I was just like, wow, you did that yourself. And now as a tattoo artist, I'm like, my partner and I had been doing a little bit of research into what it takes to sponsor an undocumented person, finding out that it was actually pretty tough and was going to take a lot. So we started to feel like a little bit weird about all of this. And then it was 3 people, this little crew of people told me they were building the shop. They gave me the address and everything. And they said, we need to insure you. So we're going to need you to pay for that. And it's just going to be $1,000 up front and you'll be insured. At the time, I was a 19-year-old working at a pizza place. So you can imagine what kind of crazy bucks I was earning. None. But I told them all I have to my name is $700. That's it. That's all I have. And they said, that's fine. That's fine. Just cut us a check for that and bring it to us and you'll be good. We'll be good. Drained my bank account of every last penny, my life savings, which obviously is funny to think about now, $700 being my life savings. I didn't have like a checking account or I didn't have a checkbook. So what I ended up doing is getting a money order from 7-Eleven, like a Western Union money order. I brought it to them and not too long after I get a phone call at work with the woman who was involved in this basically screaming at me and telling me that I was trying to screw them over with a false check. Me being the people pleaser I was and always trying to avoid conflict, I was like, oh my God, no, I would never, like, no, no, let me fix this. Let me fix this. I take the check back to the 7-Eleven. Woman who had made it for me told me,
This is kind of unusual. Like, I've never heard anyone, like, I would be careful. I don't know. This seems very unusual.
but you know, the fun thing about when someone offers you an amazing opportunity, even if it seems too good to be true, your brain just tries to convince you, no, 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 I want this so bad, so it has to be true. They told me they needed the check by the next day or I was done, that I wasn't going to be a part of this project. Well, I ended up going to Western Union at midnight or 1 a.m. to the 24-hour Western Union, cashing the money order I had gotten at 7-Eleven, and then bringing all of this in cash to them. When the days following, I visit the address that they had given me where the shop was supposed to be. It wasn't anything. There was nothing there. So then I think, okay, maybe they forgot a South in there. Maybe it was 55 South, not 55. Go there. Nothing going on. Little Stephanie really starts thinking,
Okay, this might not be working out for me.
I tried calling them and getting my money back, but I played it really cool. Like, hey, you know what? I just realized I can't do this. I don't have the time. I can't commit to it. What did they do? Exactly what you think they do.
Oh, yeah, we'll call you back and we'll get the money to you. And yeah, we'll call you back.
But of course, I never got that money back. Of course, I never heard from them again. And of course, this was in the days of social media was like pretty new. It was like MySpace days. Getting a hold of somebody through MySpace wasn't even that easy. It's not like now where you can just Google somebody and find out everything about them. Basically, I just took it up the tailpipe on that one, lost my life savings of $700, but I moved on from it. Hopefully my stories of being scammed and getting screwed over on jobs encourage you to fight for what it is you really want, your dreams. Sometimes we can take these kinds of things as a sign that it's not meant to be, but I would argue that the optimistic way of looking at it is it's a test to see how badly you do want it and how willing you are to fight for something. I don't have a Seinfeld quote to close on off the top of my head, and that really hurts my heart. So I'll just say bye.